is like the motorcycle. Anybody who has any kind of sensuality in them at all would get a tremendous boot out of just what the angels call screwing it on. Just getting a big bike and just running it flat out as fast as it'll go. I used to take it out at night on the cruise highway. Just drunk out of my mind, ride it for 20 and 30 miles, just short pants and a t-shirt. It's a beautiful feeling. I recognize it as an illusion and a fantasy, but for somebody who has nothing else to go back to, this is maybe one of the happiest minutes of his life. And you can imagine, if that's true, just how powerful he'd feel if he could give you one of these, kind of in the head with a karate. It's not a chop; it's a head snap. A lot of the angels are big on karate.
Thompson, our guest, is a new kind of journalist. The journalist who is not detached, who becomes involved. In fact, he was almost an honorary member, or a dishonored member of the Oakland Hells Angels. You were with them for about a year or so.
About a year, yeah. They claim, the angels anyway, claim that they don't look for trouble. They just try to live peaceful lives and be left alone. But on the other hand, they go out and put themselves into situations deliberately and constantly that are either going to humiliate somebody else or cause them to avoid humiliation by fighting.
You speak of foul fighting. They stomped someone. You were stomped. In which there isn't a question of rules involved here, just beating some violence for the sake of violence.
Well, they have a rule. It's bylaw either number 10 or 11. It says when an angel punches a non-angel, all other angels will participate. So I was a victim of bylaw number 10 or 11. I should have known that. It's a lapse of caution. All during this stomping, I could see the guy who'd originally teed off on me just out of, from nowhere with no warning, circling around with a rock must have weighed about 20 pounds. I tried to keep my eyes on him because I didn't want to have my skull fractured.
Your observations are more than about the angels, they're about our society. And it's since World War II, pretty much, isn't it, this phenomenon's come to be?
I think the angels came out of World War II, and this whole kind of alienated, violent subculture of people wandering around looking for, either an opportunity or, if not an opportunity, then vengeance for not getting an opportunity. They get to be 30, and suddenly they wake up one morning and they realize, there are no more chances. It's all gone. It makes them meaner, and they want to get back at the people who put them in this dead-end tunnel.
Now, who are these people they want to get back at?
Oh, they don't know. It's kind of they. Paranoid. It's you, it's me, it's whoever might come too close to them on the highway in a car. It's somebody who makes a remark in a bar to them. It's what they call them the citizens. Anybody who looks respectable and looks like he isn't doomed. Like he has some kind of option or money or a home or all the things they don't have.
What do you see for us, for everything?
Christ, it's bad. I'm not very optimistic, but I think one of the most important things is to recognize that we do have this mounting violence in us, and then to find the reasons. And once you find that, it's like curing a boil. And if people insist on saying I'm a very gentle person and only these little gang of hoodlums over there is ugly and mean, then it's just putting off the recognition of the same venom that the angels are spewing around in public. A lot of people are just keeping bottled up in private. I think this technological science of obsolescence, or the fact that people are becoming obsolete, the people who are most affected by this are the ones least capable of understanding the reasons for it. So the venom builds up much quicker. It feeds on their ignorance. Until you recognize what's happening, what makes you do these wild things. First, I used to throw beer bottles into bar mirrors and stuff like that and get stomped always. I can't remember ever winning a fight. I don't do it anymore because I finally caught on to what was happening. And until you recognize it, it's like a albatross around your neck. I learned a lot about myself just writing about the angels. I was seeing a very ugly side of myself a lot of times. I'm much more conscious of the kind of anger that lurks all and everywhere. But I don't do any, I keep my mouth shut now. I've turned into a professional coward. I wouldn't just call the Hells Angels in Oakland the only violent part of our society. I think Lyndon Johnson is, be a good Hells Angel. The angels reflect not only the lower segments of the society, but the higher, where violence takes a much more sophisticated and respectable form.